The medical providers dialog contains a list of all the doctors that you've ever entered into CaseWORTH for any of your clients' cases. The global here refers to the fact that all these doctors are available in all of your cases in CaseWORTH. If properly stored on your network, this list of medical providers will be available to all of the PCs on your network that are using CaseWORTH. For more information on configuring CaseWORTH for use on your network, watch the Configure CaseWORTH for Use on Your Network video in the Getting Started with CaseWORTH dialog box under the Help menu. You can also contact support@caseworth.com for assistance. The list of doctors and clinics are arranged into 3 columns. First, by organization, then the doctor showing his last name and first name, and then an office contact showing again last name and first name. You can sort these lists, currently sorted by doctor, by changing here. So now we're sorting by contact, and now we're sorting by organization. Once you pick one of these sort orders, you can actually type, say for example, Johnson, type Johnson, and it will take you to the Johnson Radiology Clinic. If we switch to doctors and type Smith, then it will take you to Don Smith. You can of course click on any of these to see them and edit them over here on the right. Another way to find who you're looking for in the list is to use this filter. This is a very powerful feature because you can type any piece of any word in any field and it will automatically find that record for you. So here I typed Kell and it found Rhonda Kelly. If I type Black, it finds Blackwell and Finch. If I type HOSP for hospital, it finds all of the records that have the word hospital somewhere in their record. If I want to show the entire list, I simply click that button or just backspace off and empty the field. To add a doctor to this list and make him available in all of your CaseWORTH files, just like every other grid, next to the header row there's an Add button. On this particular dialog we also have an Add Provider button down here, so either one does the same thing. If we click the Add button, we get a new entry and we can type Williams and there he is. Also notice that there's a checkbox next to the newly added entry. That checkbox adds that doctor to this CaseWORTH file. We'll look at that again in a minute. Like every other grid in CaseWORTH, the delete button, the little X icon, will actually delete a row. So if we want to delete Dr. Joe Blow here, we simply click the X and say we want to remove this record from the global provider file. Now be aware this will actually delete him from everyone's list of doctors. Now when you add a doctor to a CaseWORTH file, the doctor's information is actually copied into the CaseWORTH file, so if you delete it from the global list, it still will be in the CaseWORTH files that they've already been used in. So this won't go out and delete this doctor from all of your existing case files, but it will remove it from the list so that you won't be able to see it in the future from any of your systems and add it to any new case files. Finally, again, the checkbox here indicates which doctors are going to be included in this case. If you were looking for maybe a hospital again, UTMS hospital, you can find UTMS and say that you're looking for Lawrence Christopher. There's Lawrence Christopher at St. John's Hospital. Then you've checked these 3 to include them in this case. The last thing down here is this radio button that allows you to see all the providers in the list, or only the providers in this case, or in other words, only the ones that have a check. When you click OK, these 3 providers will be added to the medical expense tab. If you need to come back into the medical providers dialog and add additional doctors, simply come back in and check some more doctors, or add them and then check them. One last thing worth mentioning, the miles entry here. Jenkins Rehabilitation is set to 0 miles. All of this information is global except for this miles field. you can choose to use this field to put in the round trip miles for this client to travel from his home to this doctor's office and back. This is not a global field. This is specific to an individual case. So if Ronald Smith lives 55 miles round trip from Jenkins Rehab, then you can put in 55 miles here. Then each time you add a service date to the Jenkins Rehab provider, CaseWORTH can automatically add a 55 mile at whatever mileage rate you charge in your area travel expense for you. For more information on automatic mileage entries, watch the Using CaseWORTH to Automatically Track Mileage Expenses video in the Getting Started with CaseWORTH dialog in the Help menu. To watch the CaseWORTH overview video and find other videos and training resources, select Getting Started with CaseWORTH from the Help menu. Also, please visit our website at www.caseworth.com or contact us for any sales, training, or support assistance you might need.